Hello, my name is Ethan Schindler. I'm happy to be doing another speech for this class, and today I want to talk to you about the origin and just the history of the guitar. So, to start off, I just want to ask you a pretty simple question. Have you ever been doing like your daily tasks, chores, maybe you're at work, whatever it is, and you just hear a song in your head? Doesn't matter what song it is, doesn't matter what part of the song, maybe it's a really catchy chorus, and it's just stuck in your head for hours on end, sometimes even days, sometimes days. If it's a really catchy song or not, it's awful. It is really the worst thing ever. And I feel like it's something that everybody can relate to, and it gets really old really fast, but something we just gotta deal with it with a part of life. So it sucks, but it's gonna keep happening. So might as well get used to it now while we have the chance. So to start off, I wanna talk to you about just how old actually is the guitar. So according to Dr. Michael Kasha, a stone bearing a 3,500-year-old image of a guitar has been discovered during excavations conducted in the ancient town of Alacahoyuk, located in the northern Turkish province of Çorum. That is insanely old. That means it was created around 1500 BC. I knew the guitar was old, I didn't know it was that old. That's honestly shocking. And like we said, it's inscripted on this stone, so we know that it's real. Someone had to sit there and carve that. We know that a guitar was there, so it's insanely old. It's incredible. And this just gets into my point of just music has been something that's been a part of human nature for centuries, millennia. People have been making music with instruments for millennia, like I said, and it's just been ingrained in human nature, in our souls, to just create music and create instruments that can make that music for us. It's incredible. It really is incredible how far it's come. So the guitar that it would be something like this, where it's an acoustic with a hollow body. It's hollow inside, so you play it, the sound comes out from the sound hole from the strings, and like they totally could have made this back in the day. All you needed was the material to make the strings, you need to tune them, and then you just need to carve the body out of wood. Every nation has wood. So every nation probably could have made these. It's really incredible how far we've come from there. So then, being humans, we wanted to add on to it or create new things with it. So this begins the invention of the electric guitar by a young man named Charlie Christian. So according to TrueFire, it was around 1936. So we're skipping a lot of years here. It was around 1936 when a jazz guitarist named Charlie Christian began using an acoustic guitar with a pickup attached to the body with the intention of playing guitar solos in his band. So he attached a pickup, which is what gives electric guitars the ability to transfer sound into the amplifier, so it actually makes sound, because electric guitars have a solid body. So if you play it, there's no sound coming out except like faint string sounds. So the pickups are what picks up the noise and shoots it out through the amplifier so the audience can hear it. So he attached pickups to his acoustic, making really the first acoustic electric guitar ever, but honestly, first electric in nature. So then more and more guitars started being invented. The Rickenbacker frying pan was made in 1931 by George Beauchamp. Les Paul's, which that's a Les Paul actually. Les Paul is probably the most well-known type of guitar and one of the greatest guitar players ever, one of the most well-known guitar players. He created his first version of it, Les Paul's Log. It was called a Log, in 1941. Leo Fender's Telecaster was made in 1948. Fender is one of the biggest guitar brands ever, especially nowadays. He made his Telecaster in 1941. The Gibson Les Paul was made in 1952, which is that. It's just Epiphone. Gibsons are the same thing, just nicer. And then Leo Fender made his Stratocaster in 1954. So the second guitar I want to show you is also a Stratocaster. This is a Stratocaster right here. So it's not Fender, it's Squier, but Squier is owned by Fender, and it's just Squier is made to be a cheap version of Fender's, basically. So it's the same thing. Like I said, so it's a solid body, so there's no sound coming out. You can play it. It's super, like, silent. You can't really hear much. So then you have the pickups to shoot out through the amplifier. And this evolved really fast and really quickly. So this electric guitar just gave us so many pop culture icons like Jimi Hendrix, Eddie Van Halen, and it birthed so many new genres like rock and roll. After World War II, rock and roll exploded, and it changed the music scene forever. And rock is still changing music today. Nowadays, it's more metal, but even still, it's crazy. The effects, that just creating an electric guitar had. And then you get into things like guitar pedals and effects that change how it sounds even more to create even more genres. It really is quite amazing how far it's come since 1500 BC, when it was just a little piece of wood with some strings attached on it, to now being something that everybody knows, everybody hears. Every song nowadays probably has an electric guitar in it. It's really so vast in its expanse of musical capabilities. So in conclusion, the guitar just has one of the richest histories out of all the instruments, from being made in 1500 BC, probably actually a little earlier than that, to nowadays still being in effect and having new creations on it every single year. There's new guitars that come out every year. It's really incredible. And the guitar is just something that ties all of history together. Because like I said, it was around 1500 BC, the first one that we know of. And it ties all of history, millennia together to the present day, where now we have the electric. And it's an amazing creation that we can use to glorify God and to worship Him for even giving us the ability to create something as wonderful as this. So that's all I wanted to touch on today. It's pretty amazing. I encourage you to go look in a little more in depth into the actual history of it. But thanks for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day.